Hey guys!
Hi!
Hi!
This is our friend Laura.
Laura!
She's from UK and she's an English teacher.
Yep.
How long have you been teaching?
5 years,
So
roughly?
she's a professional English teacher.
Yeah.
Anyway, as an English learner, I have a lot of questions about English language, and I'm gonna ask these two a lot of questions today. Especially she's from America and she's from England, so American English versus English.
English? Just
English?
English. Just English.
Okay. British English. So one of the things I always get confused by is grammar, of course, and especially tense. So when I was in school, I was taught that you can't really use words like already or yet with past tense. So I'll go ahead and just read these sentences for you guys. So can you tell me which one is more natural for you to say?
Okay.
He has already left, or he already left.
He already left.
He already left.
Yeah, for me, probably he's already left, so he has already left.
And my teacher told me that you can't say he already left.
Why would they say you can't say that?
That's like a common thing.
That's my teacher. That's what my teacher told me. So I'm gonna read the sentence again, so tell me which one's more natural.
Okay.
Can I have a bath? Or can I take a bath? Which one do you
take
use?
a bath.
So you say take a bath?
Yeah. Have a bath.
Yeah, right? Can I have a bath? I used to say can I have a bath too, but Rachel says take a bath always.
Yeah.
You also say take a nap, right?
Take a nap, yeah.
I'm gonna have a nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a nap.
Have a nap, I
Have a
think.
nap.
But
No, I don't think that's very common in America.
So these, like, it's not wrong, but it's not common, so because it's not common, I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. Take sounds kind of strong. Like take. I'm gonna take this bath.
I feel like you can't have a bath. Like, can I have a bath?
Thank you. You have the water in the bath.
Like,
I'll just take it home with me.
That's the impression I got when you first told me, can I take a bath? Like, how possibly
carry
can
this
you
out.
take a bath?
I'm gonna have a nap.
It's more gentle, you
It
know.
sounds very proper.
I'm going to have a nap.
I think all those British English things sound very proper to us.
That's interesting, though. Their way sounds more proper and
Proper.
politer.
Except I was sat by the fire. We don't
That's
say
a-
was sat.
My teacher would say no to Laura. That's wrong grammatically.
It's my dialect.
So how do you say I was sat?
You don't say was, you have to say was sitting. It has to be was ing.
Yep.
I was doing.
Yeah. I'm on Rachel's side.
Why are you bullying me?
So that's on dialect?
Yeah, according to Reddit.
Okay.
If you're from Norfolk, that's how you talk.
Oh, another one. This is, I hate this one. So, you know, everyone uses Microsoft Office and Word and to write things. And every time I type the word traveling, it always corrects my English. It says I don't need 2 L's. It only needs 1 L.
I've been in a similar situation, like where I've been typing something up at work and it comes up like, this is wrong. And I'm like, what? And so I go on Google and I'm like, is this really wrong? Like, you know, and Google's like, you can use both. It doesn't really matter, you know? But like, Microsoft Office is like, no.
And they underline the word
Yeah,
with
and
the red
it's that angry
waving
red,
edge.
right? And it's like,
You are wrong.
And I've added so many words to my dictionary. Every time it's like, no, I'm like, yes!
it's like,
Add to
I don't
dictionary.
care. This is how I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
I just get really annoyed every time I have to add those new words to dictionary. It's so annoying. This is something that we say both ways in Japan. Seta and jumper. What's sweater?
This is a sweater.
So this is sweater?
Yeah, that could be a sweater, but like, here, I'll show you a British jumper. You know Bridget Jones, when she has that Christmas jumper and it's got like snowman or a reindeer on it or something, and Darcy has like the mat or like a that is a jumper.
That's a sweater.
In UK, this is jumper.
That's a Christmas jumper.
This is a sweater to me.
Yeah.
You guys are wrong.
But one thing that I really agree with you on is trousers.
Trousers.
Yeah.
We just don't use the word trousers. That sounds so old-fashioned.
You're older than me.
No, you're just British. It's fine.
I'm neither. I'm just a learner. When I first heard Rachel say pants, to me it was underwear, so it was really weird.
Are pants underwear in Britain?
Men's underwear.
Yeah, men's underwear.
Yeah.
Another one that I get confused by is this one. Do you say at the weekend in America?
Nope.
Do you say at the weekend?
Yeah.
Specifically, if you want to mention the weekend, how would you say? What are you gonna do this weekend?
This weekend. What are you gonna do next weekend? What are you gonna do this weekend? What
So
are you
you-
gonna do
so-
for the weekend?
So you're not gonna have any like at or
No,
or anything.
not at in American English.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure.
And another one that's super annoying is that the spelling differences.
Oh yeah.
How do you spell center, Rachel?
Center.
How do you spell it?
Centre.
We do that when we want to be fancy.
Ooh. And English is just naturally fancy.
Okay.
Like,
We spell it the British way when we want to be fancy.
Interesting. So America uses British way of spelling to make it fancy sometimes.
Yeah.
But do you use American way of spelling to make it fancy?
No. Sorry, maybe not. I teach American English, so when I first started teaching, I used to have to check everything. Like, wait, is this the English way or is this the American way? And then this and this. And even now I'm like confused in my brain which one is which.
I do that too with June's English.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, like, if June
June's
says
English.
something the same way so many times and I forget to, like, correct him,
Uh-huh.
then it just, like, imprints in my brain and I'm like, what's the normal way to say it? Can I say it like this?
Can you believe this? He plays me on. What? You're a native. So when I was in college, I was staying with the foreign students, and one of them asked me, "Where's the torch?" So what's torch? To me, torch is this.
Yeah.
To me,
That's
But-
wonderful.
I literally thought he was looking for this.
Torch to me is like actually like what you would walk through a cave, like a stick with alcohol
So
soap.
I said to someone, it wasn't you, it was somebody else, and I'm pretty sure he was American. And I was like, "Do you have a torch?" Like, because we were gonna go outside. And he was like, "Where would I get one?" And I was like, "I don't know. Does your phone have a torch?" And he went, "No." Like, and I was like,
So this is a torch.
"Yeah."
Flashlight.
Flashlight.
Yeah. It's called a flashlight.
Okay, the last question. I'm gonna ask you to read these brands name. Can you read aloud for me?
Uh-huh.
Adidas.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
But like, I'm sure in England other people say Adidas as well. I'm sure it's not just me.
Anyway, UK, you say
Adidas.
You stress A. In America, you stress I. Adidas.
Yeah.
And lastly,
Yeah. Nike.
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 British people, please tell me that you also say Nike. It's not just me.
I've got some nice shoes.
Yeah.
And could you do me a favor before I end this video?
Okay.
I'd like you to pronounce this vegetable's name. Just for me, because I really like the way you say.
Tomato.
That's right. That's how you say tomatoes.
Like,
Tomato.
but if I say it in the Norfolk way, it's a tomato.
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 Tomato. Okay, I give up studying English. I'm done. Thank you so much. Bye. I'll give up learning English.